Hi there and welcome to this video. My name is Mary Amondo, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing. And today we are discussing on online interviews and how best to prepare for one if you have an upcoming one. As usual, I am joined by one of our interview coach, Evelyn, who will be expounding more on this subject. Thank you, Evelyn, for joining me.
Thank you, Mary, for having me.
I know most of the time we are used to in-person physical interviews, but now with the era of technology, most employers are opting for online interviews, especially at the initial stages. Yeah, so is there a difference between an in-person interview and online interviews, and how can a candidate or someone be able to adjust their preparations accordingly?
In-person interviews, Mary, allow for direct personal interaction and also provide opportunities for non-verbal communication like handshakes, body language, which of course contribute to building a rapport with interviewers. While on the other hand, online interviewers rely on virtual communication, and candidates are required to use virtual communication tools to convey their personalities and even bring out their qualification for that particular role. And one way candidates can adjust, it's that they have to be prepared mentally. They have to know that some of the advantages that come from an in-person interviews, they will not experience that. So they have to put themselves in a situation whereby they have to give more, okay? Be able to bring out their personality well, while on the other end, so that they can convince interviewers.
Because you're fully behind the camera.
Right, yes.
Interesting. Then how best now can I prepare for an online interview?
There are quite a number of ways you can prepare for an online interview, and the first one is familiarize yourself with the video platform whereby you're going to be doing that interview. Get to know how you're supposed to log in, how are you supposed to use features, okay? And then also check your internet connection and also your audio and all that. Make sure that they're working properly before you join into that interview room. And then also dress professionally. We usually say you have to dress to the part because you have to look professional from the other end, okay? And then also your lighting should be very, very important. Your face has to be seen visibly, very well. From the when the interviewers are looking at you, they have to see your face clearly because of facial expressions, even body language, okay? And I'd also advise candidates to seek coaching, just for them to get to have that chance to get to know what are some of the best practices when it comes to online interviews. Yes, Mary.
Interesting. I know with online interviews, there is a bit of limitation to only virtual communication, just the way you've put it. Now, how can candidates showcase their enthusiasm or engagement with the interviewers during an online interview?
Well, when it comes to online interviews, showing engagement is very key. Remember, here you're trying to persuade, okay? And you're on the other end. And unlike physical interviews, whereby you'll be there to just show what you have. So maintain eye contact. It is important for candidates to look at the camera, direct into the camera while they're giving their answers to interviewers. If you look at the screen, the interviewers will automatically think that you're referring from somewhere. So avoid that completely and make sure that you look into the camera. I know it might be hard, but it is important.
I normally say it's like a punishment.
Yes, right. Especially if you're not used to. Remember, this is your first time and it's awkward, but you really have to try. Okay? And secondly, it's using positive body language. That is by nodding. You can nod, you can smile, and you know, like nodding basically shows that you're understanding. They're able to see from their end that probably Mary is actually understanding what you're telling her, and smiling basically shows a positive attitude. Okay, and lastly, I'd advise candidates to give similar experiences to what they've done before, like similar experiences to that role. Given a chance, if they're asked a question, it's important for them to bring out similar experiences to that role, just for them to be able to convince interviewers that they are a right fit for that particular role. Yes, Mary.
Of course, your main goal is for your potential employer to see you as a solution.
Yes.
So packaging yourself to be seen as a more better fit is very key.
Important.
By putting yourself into action.
Yes.
This cuts across even if it's an in-person interview.
All right, yes, yes.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
You're welcome, Mary. Thank you for having me here.
Great.
Okay.
Indeed, online interviews can be a bit intimidating, and there is that temptation of being in your comfort zone as a candidate. So we encourage you still to be able to prepare accordingly for that online interview, because as Evelyn has rightfully mentioned, you don't have the laxity, or rather the luxury of that comes with in-person interviews, like body language, confidence, and all that. So we encourage you even to be able to seek for coaching for an expert to get to understand some of the best practices for virtual interviews. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.